Hello, people. Finished another book. I don't read too many paperbacks, and basically this is kind of unlike what I normally read. John Steinbeck, Travels with Charley. Of course, I've read, you know, Mice and Men. I've read The Grapes of Wrath. So I guess this is kind of a lesser Steinbeck. It's 277 pages, and I read it in less than a 24-hour period. Yesterday, I drove into Alpena, and the bookstore ended up being kind of small, so I had to get something. I got 4 books. This is one of them. It's a nice little story. I really wonder whether some of the people in this book were real characters or whether he made them up. There's like a gay kid in Montana, and I don't know. Maybe they were real. But anyways, the story is nice. He travels around with a little poodle, and it's not a little poodle; it's a standard poodle, and it's kind of humorous at times, and it sounds like he visits nearly every state. But then at the end, oh, I do have a little bit of notes here. This was written in 1960, so it's kind of like the fear of nuclear war kind of permeates. It's kind of percolating in the background of this. He mentions it several times. He goes through Texas and tells a little bit of history about Texas. Talks about the Alamo a little bit. And maybe I don't know as much as I should about the Mexican-American War and about, what drove the Alamo to happen. Apparently it had something to do with slavery, because it sounds like Texas was part of Mexico. Mexico had abolished slavery, and the Texans weren't too happy about it. So then he goes to the South, and he ends the book with a visit to, I think it's in New Orleans, where they're trying to establish, black kids going to a white school. And it's just a horrible story. It's a horrible way to end the book. And the book kind of puts you in a good mood, and you're anxious to get back to it and read it. But then you get to that New Orleans shit, and it puts you in a shitty mood. Now I feel like going to the store and getting some beer. And when you think about it, nothing has changed. People are still like that. People haven't learned anything. All you got to do is go on YouTube to see it. They're stupid, and they're scared, and I don't know what the answer is to it. It's fucked up that it's got to be like that. That's all I got to say.